is teaching profession, especially in the primary and secondary school level. If I ask you, every one of you here, do you want to be a teacher? People will say no. I like that person raising up his hand. I can feel your vibes here. You are likely to be a teacher, and I love that. And sometimes in early 90s, in Ile-Ife, where I reside, you will see house to let, not for teachers. Yes, they believe we cannot pay for our house rent. So they are ready to rent houses, not for teachers. They will allow you to occupy their building if your husband is a banker, a medical doctor, a lawyer, or any other profession. But please, let's ask ourselves. I don't want to be a teacher. You don't want to be a teacher. Who will teach your children? Tell me who will teach your children. We are kingmakers, whether you like it or not. All other professions stem from us. Lawyers come from us. Doctors come from us. Engineers come from us. So we are nation builder. And I key into a statement. Train a girl child and you train a nation. I welcome everybody to this podium. And I know it's going to be a very interesting one. I was given 45 minutes. KEMI said he can talk. Maybe she took it from me, I don't know. So please, timer. When it is 5 minutes to the end, let me know. Problem. And schools were closed down. And there was a lot of problem in the country. There and there we could not go to anywhere to go and sell. I think within myself, one of the things I know how best to do, maybe that's why God gave me 4 girls. I want 4 boys and a girl. But the reverse was the case. So I will see them every Sunday to break here. I'm very good at it. There and then I talk to myself, why can't you go and learn this? That was the time when fixing started. And we had some group of boys at Obafemi Awolowo University at that time. They called them Olagold. I went there and he was like, auntie, we cannot take you. You will come and learn with this your car. I said, it's not my car, it's my husband's car. It's me that you need, you don't need my car. So I will park at the SUB if you know Obafemi Awolowo University. Olagold was a sports hall, so I will walk down there. He said I'm embarrassing them with the car. So I started learning. And when they saw that a lot of things I can do, it's only fixing and scraping that I cannot do. He said, we will sign you for 3 months. I said 6, he said no, 3. We don't want you to stay too long here. I was there for 3, and the strike continued. He asked me to go, I said no. They started a strike then. They call it Cynthia. It used to have one or go at the back like this. So I told him, I don't know how to fix Cynthia. I ended up spending 6 months, and when the strike was over, I went home. There and then I opened a salon. The salon is as old as Shadi. The salon was, I opened it maybe 4 months after giving birth to Shadi. The salon, no, before giving birth to Shadi, 4 months before giving, I was heavily pregnant when I opened the salon. And it was a big salon. We named it Touch of Beauty. Touch of Beauty Salon. And students start trooping in. When I say students, I'm not talking of Obafemi Awolowo University students. Students that have taught in secondary school. If you are a teacher today, market yourself to your students. How do you do that? They are your tomorrow. If you are good to them, you will meet them and they will do very well for you. So, hearing that, oh, Mr. Adisa opened a salon, they started canvassing. Those that are in polytechnics, when they come home, they were the ones that market that salon for me. And within 1 year, the salon became something else. I have a brother-in-law, is a professor at Obafemi Awolowo University today. He will come to my shop and said, Emma, go. You will stand in the morning till night fall. Just because you are getting more money from this thing, you will get old. Though. I have weavers that will weave, that will fix, but I will do the finishing, the scraping and other things. I will do it. And Shadi then, when students getting to do my shop, because Olagold will take time. 3 days it may not be your turn. So my shop is the alternative. They will rush down and they will be the one to feed Shade, change Shade's diaper, do this, do that for me. Anything I want to buy, come and sell it up there. And before I know it, thousands started turning into millions. There and then I came to my brother's wife in Lagos. The husband is a customs officer. She visits Dubai and Turkey. And I said, we went to Dubai. How much will I keep? She asked me, outside your ticket fee, go and look for 750,000 naira. And I, that was speaking to her, was having like 1.5 as at that time. 1.5. I said, okay, I will try and do it. We started the process. And when I was about going, I gave the money to my husband. Kindly help me to change this money to dollar so that we can go. And a day previous our traveling, my husband came home at night with the money. And when I counted and I converted it, because Naira was 153 to a dollar then. And he has changed like 2.7 million. I said, this is my first time of traveling. I don't think I need so much. My wife even asked me to just come along with 750,000. That was how I started to break grounds to Dubai. And at the end of every 2 months, I'm back. 2 months, even people that took me to Dubai, they go like 3 times a year. Me, it was like 2 months, 6 times. And the following year, it was almost like every month. Because people will come to my shop and say, I need this, please when you travel. So the moment I come back, some will even close me at home to first of all pick their things before the cargo even comes. And lo and behold, when I was having the money, I was looking for investments. But you know me now, I like flashiness. I told my husband, please. Then it was the era of under baby boy. Under baby boy was what the Yahoo boys were using. And it looked so posh to me. They don't have fanciful cars like we have nowadays. So I told my husband I want to buy under baby boy. And he said, hey, you want to give yourself problem. Don't forget you are a teacher. You have not been using under baby boy, people are attacking you. You will feel small attack. And I gathered the money and gave to him, but he refused to buy the car. My immediate brother is into oil and gas. He's late now, of blessed memory. I called him, you are in Lagos. Buy me under baby boy, you have the money, I will send it to you. On his way to Akure, he branched in my shop and said, you want to buy it under baby boy? What was Godawale's advice? I said it's not cooperating. He's asking me not to buy it. Once I can afford it, what is his own problem? He said, look at me. If your husband asks you not to buy it, don't buy it. If my wife decides to go and buy something that I asked her not to buy, I will take my hands off the student's tuition fee. Meaning, you are self-sustained. You don't need me again. He said, don't buy it. I didn't know. When he got to Akure, he called my husband and said, and your wife said she needs a car. Then cooperate with her. I've known now she must not cross the line you draw for her. So in the morning, my husband called the man that normally goes to Kutonu to buy us a car. And when he said, I've sent for your older baby boy. And when the car came, it was a Jeep. And noise was all over. But yet, I did not relent in my efforts towards developing myself. I'm telling you, don't stop. Keep moving. Acquire skill. Acquire knowledge. And that will push you a little bit above the ordinary. Men respect women that are economically powerful. I don't know whether you know that. I know Professor Mrs. Iroye will be able to tell me that better. They respect women that are economically powerful. But if you rely on them for everything, daddy is school fees, and daddy will need to eat, daddy I need to do that. or they keep it out. The one you see is the one you see. Thousands you did not see. So, and the kind of a background where I come from, a Muslim background, and the war for that matter, will you go and tell my mom that my husband is sleeping about or he's having girlfriends? My mom will not waste time to tell you, your father has so many wives. The man is not for you alone. That's the kind of a judgment my mom will give me. Will I now go to my husband's family? They will crush you. So, women, have it at the back of your mind. That is the nature of men. But if you pursue progress, if you develop your life, if you add values to your life, men at the end of the day will give you your full respect. When things become very tough, I never for once, and not till now I stand in Ife, I speak in podium of the real Ife people. I never for one think of using what I have to get what I want. I'm telling you, it's a wrong cycle, a wrong thinking that will thwart you from who you are. There are some people, they find themselves in some terrible situation. Please, I'm not blaming such people. I could remember when I was running my master's program, my supervisor then was, he was writing a paper for the United Nations on the influence of SDA in Ile-Ife, Seventh-day Adventist Grammars, Seventh-day Adventist Hospital in Ile-Ife. Seventh-day Adventists started with hospital, later nursery and primary, later secondary school. They started having other business ventures. So he wrote all the paper, and after submitting the paper, they returned it back to him. And he's a deeper life member. And they said, you have not looked at the impact of the 7th day of brothel in Ife. Go and study the brothel you have. What is the hospital, the church, and the school? What impact are they having? And me being a research student, and the man being a deeper life, he did not want to go to brother, so he handed over the project to me. Go and do it. And I was running salon. I will know what salon to Asheboni. They are the ones that will do very good here and pay me. So I know them already. I only need to take statistics to know how many centers do we have in Ife, and look for, oh, please, in your brother, you are how many? Can I interview like 5? So there I was exposed to a lot of things. I knew many are in brother, they don't like it at all. They don't have option. That's why they hated up there. So I don't blame some people for certain situation. But if at the beginning of your life, if you have this kind of upbringing, that don't use what you have. You all know what I mean by that in quotes. To get what you want. Whether you like it or not, you will get there. One of the things they do tell us about people making ritual money is that, and they were successful in it, is that they've been destined to be rich. A matter of 40 years, they will just use supernatural power to bring it to present for them. If you are not destined to be rich, and you went for rituals, such a person will run mad. Or we have more problem than he thinks he can have. Let us be an extraordinary woman in that area. Men tend to respect women that doesn't sleep about. I tell you that. To some of us that carry makeup, because I've been like this right from one stage too. The moment you join teaching, they started pasting down our names. I want to man lipstick, those that come to school. But there are some of us we cannot do without it. When there was pressure, we changed to lip gloss, colored lip gloss. But before they know it, we change again. So, I'm not saying we don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not saying you shouldn't package yourself. If you don't blow your trumpet, who will? But make sure that your presentation does not have that undertone. Whether you like it or not, as a beautiful girl, there is no office you will go to look for a job and the man in charge will not say, how will I see you? If you make yourself available, you are doomed. Because it's the one that makes you and give you that job. It's after you. And when he finishes with you, he will remove you to put another person. And that's the end of the relationship. So, to be extraordinary, you must have excellent work. Be self-reliant. Be a good goal-getter. Set your goal and work towards it. Have plan B, C, E, G. If possible, have plan F. If this one fails, this will not fail. Then multitask. Whether you like it or not, in Nigeria of today, you cannot be on a job and it's enough for you. With the present economic situation, be a fighter. I learned that from my dad. We are girls. He runs petrol stations and he trained us how to fight. In those days, petrol stations are close to garage. And when we are becoming of age and we are having breast, those garage boys, they will be running after us. And my dad will train you how to fight. He will beat you up with a man. And if the man beat you first time, second time, the third time you learn the skill. So we were trained to fight physically. And likewise, we have to fight spiritually. Learn how to fight. Don't stay down. You stay down, people beat you the more. The world is a workplace, a war zone. People that are even very close to you, you think they like you? They don't. They will like you when you are not making progress. But the moment you start making progress, you are no longer their lover. Wake up early in the morning to speak to God. The book of Psalms says, early in the morning, oh Lord, you will hear my voice. Please, don't underrate the position of prayer in whatever you are doing. Use early morning to commit whatever the activities of the day into the hands of God. Be dynamic. Develop yourself, like I said. And my NCE, I read religious studies history. And you know religious studies. And I'm coming from the background of a Muslim. And I read Christian religious studies. After going to Obafemi Awolowo University, I studied Christian religious studies. And the following year, I want to go for masters in Christian religious studies. Akadi, the governor then sacked all art teachers. And I was a victim. But lo and behold, I never cried over a spill meal. That was when I look at what else can I do. I will not go in for masters in religious studies. Another governor will come tomorrow and say they don't need art teachers. That's why I now diversify. And I went in for masters in public administration. So, teaching religious studies taught me this. Year in, year out. The moment I pick you in your class, I will let you know. I'm not teaching you to convert you. I'm teaching you for academic purpose. But just listen to me. And at the end of the year, you will see that children of Muslims are the one leading the class. Why those that claim to be pastors' children or whatever, they are far behind. You know why? We want to teach the birth of Jesus. A Christian child, we hear these things every December. What is she here to say? Tell us. But a Muslim child is not allowed to listen to the details. So he is listening to you with rapt attention in the class. And when you ask questions, the evaluation will be perfect. And that's why year in, year out, I do challenge them. If I pick them in SS1, I will challenge them to it. Prove me wrong. They never prove me wrong. The only class that tried to prove me wrong, the boy is now leading fellowship at Obafemi Awolowo University. There is nothing like a fairy tale life. If somebody tell you life is sweet, that's a blatant lie. Life has its own ups and downs. Be strong in the face of adversity. Who told you are not going to have problem? Who is that person? Who is your role model? Is it Christ? Is it Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If Muhammad did not have problem, he will not run from Mecca to Medina. Why was still attack him of one thing or the other. So we are not to have problem. Your enemies, they are not happy. When you have problem, you even stand on your feet. They'll be challenged. And that's how to move forward. But they hit you, and you went and sit down and you start crying. They are coming with more knocks. And before you know it, you are down. And when you are down, they will continue. But they beat you today, they come up against you today, you stand on your feet. There you were going. I could remember an event when Mrs. KEMI was at SS2, that's on 4. She has some friends, and they gang up one day against her. After school, they went and attacked her outside the school, and they beat her up. And you know the decision the school took? They said, these two guys that beat her up, they are the notorious ones. You are the good one. We are going to beat you. We are not going to beat them. The day they will beat them, we were not informed. Maybe we would have turned that school upside down, me and my husband. That why is she that she's the one that was beating? And now she's even the one that you want to beat in the assembly. She sees them today. Those that beat her, they are nowhere to be found. She was beating. I told her, stand on your feet. Continue. Intimidate them with your results. That's what she did. She even brought one of them. I said, Mommy, this. I don't even recognize her again. She got pregnant and she could not continue. Not only that, she went out sleeping with all sorts of. And she was like, Mommy, what if Okeke will be like this? What I taught her is hard work. That's all that I know. I have people living in my street. When she started that catering business and they came to me, oh my man, go, beauty and my budget. I want to find by cooking. I said, that's what I know and that's what I taught her. Ladies and gentlemen, your children will turn out fine. Your children will rise to bless you. I welcome you and I appreciate you for listening